Guys, what's going on? Jedi Jester back here with another tutorial, and this time we're going to take a look at a brand new skill mode that was introduced with the latest patch in FC24, and you can see that double touch lane change. It is called like this, and it is actually very similar to one of the oldest skill moves, the La Croqueta, which is performed by the L1 button. Like you press the L1 button and then push the right stick towards the left or right side when you want to, of course, perform a La Croqueta. And this is very similar. You hold on to your L2, LT button, which you can also see on the screen right now, and then push the right stick either towards your player's left, like this, or towards his right. So that move is actually very similar, but then the intention of the move is to shortly take the ball or push the ball towards the side and then towards forward. So the main objective is to push the ball forward, and this can be very, very tricky to dodge the defenders, and I think it's going to be very powerful in the current meta of the game. So if you push the ball or if you push the right stick towards the right side, then the player will actually push the ball with his left foot like this, and if you push the right stick towards the left side, the player will push the ball with the right foot. So that is going to be a key takeaway from the move. So you don't, like, you're going to know which foot that your player is going to use. We're going to see many examples to this move and how we can use it. But the main thing is that you can actually dodge defenders with this skill move. We're going to show you examples. Like you see, the move actually takes the ball towards the side and then pushes it forward, which makes you, like in this example that you've seen, which makes it impossible for the defender to reach if they're coming from a certain angle. This is the first one. The second one is you can actually cancel this move. Like, you can't do it with the L2 R2 button. The mechanic will be executed, but during the move, if you actually use the pass, you see, you can actually cancel the move, and you can possible to a teammate before pushing it further. So we're going to take a look at examples as well. But you see, with the sharp direction change, that could be a game changer in my opinion, and I have a lot of examples to show you. So here, just make sure you pass the ball in between two pushes, like because there are two pushes, one's towards the side and one's towards forward, and right after the first one here, right after the first one, just make sure you pass the ball, and you will cancel the move and pass the ball. One other thing with the cancel mechanic is about shooting, and you can also remember from Croqueta. I'm going to show you an example. Like the main reason I'm comparing it to La Croqueta is just because they're very similar. But then once you're canceling a Croqueta with a shot, then it's very easy to use because the ball is getting, like if you're using a Croqueta, the ball spreads towards the side very much. But if you use this mechanic, you see you briefly touch the ball towards this side, which makes it really hard to use as a shooting opportunity once you cancel it. So I tried it a lot in my matches, and I don't think it's as much as efficient as Croqueta, and it gives you a little room to shoot. Like I couldn't do it. It gives you a little time room to shoot before canceling the move. Like you can do it like this, but I don't think it's very, very efficient. Like it rarely gives you, like this happened here, but then it isn't effective as the Croqueta cancel. You can of course try to use it, but I don't think it's very rapid in that opinion or in that matter. So like it's useful, but I don't think it's going to be a game changer, and the passing option is much viable. And towards the end, I'm also going to show you the play style that I actually try to abuse this mechanic or skill mode, and I think it's going to give you a better idea on how to use it. So let's take a look at the general usage of the move. You're going to see some examples like mentioned, and in the first example you can see, okay, we are going to observe where the defender is covering and what kind of space we have. So that is the first rule of using this move. So here we take the ball towards the side, and then we see that the defender is actually covering the upper side. So this is the first important thing to watch out for. We see what kind of a defensive move that the defender is doing, because if he's going like this, there is no point of executing the move. But if he's covering only one side of the player, and if the space is available on the other side, then you can actually use it. So what the defender is doing is that he's actually approaching us from a certain angle. So this is the angle that he is approaching, which leaves this one wide open. And with the mechanic, with the new skill move, it is clear that we're going to push the ball first briefly towards the side, if we execute it towards the lower side, and then like this, which is going to dodge the defender easily. So here again, once more, we see the approach from the upper side, and then we quickly hold on to the L2 LT button right here, right now, to make sure that we are pushing the ball first towards here, and then towards forward to dodge the upcoming defensive. You see he tackles, and then we dodge the upcoming defender. So in a similar position here, we get the ball towards the box here, and Olisa is going to receive the ball once more. By the way, he's a really good player with the evolution to I think he's 95 rate, and I think with his body type and stuff, he's a massive player with 5-5 with 5-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot, but that's another thing. We receive the ball towards the box, and then blurry. We receive the ball towards the box, and then we see, okay, the defender is here, and then we got space here. So what I can do here, if I just run here, and if the defender makes a defensive move like this, of course he's not selected yet, but people can also use the second man pressure with the R1 button, the RB button. If he makes a defensive move like this, then if I just run straight forward, then this is going to disturb me. Maybe he will get in my running lane, I don't know. But to become much more safe, I push the ball first towards here, and then here. Like you see, he selects a defender, and just as he has selected the defender, he's going to make a move like this. But I've already, you see a bit late, but I performed the skill move here, pressing the L2 button here, and then pushing the right analog stick towards the lower side. I perform the double touch lane change, and then you see we get past him, and he tackled there also, but then we actually scored the goal. Let's see that in live action. Double tap lane change, and then we score the goal. So another position here, I already see that the defender is going to make a move from the upper side again, so I pre-do it. Like while the ball is traveling, you can also execute this skill move, and I think just before briefly touching the ball, right in this moment, you see I'm about to hit the ball, and I see that the defender has selected, the opponent has selected this defender, so he's going to make a move like this most probably, and I pre-execute this mechanic to be able to execute this move, and then you see we get past him. He tries to go for a tackle, but then we dodge him as well, and I'm also in a 1 versus 1 with the keeper. I'm not sure, actually, like I wanted to give it a try, and it works out perfectly, to be honest. Like one-on-one situations with the keeper, I'm trying this move out, and I think it's working pretty good. I think I've scored 5 or 6 times out of 7 opportunities, and you see we execute the skill move and we get past the keeper. Very easy, because most of the times the keepers are going to dive towards the side that you have the ball. Like this is going to be the diving situation, and the other side is going to be free. So make sure where the keeper is actually heading to. And I think doing it away from the goal, like this is towards the goal, like this side is more towards the goal, and doing it away from the goal, executing the move away from the goal is going to help you dodge the keeper or get past the keeper very easily. Like this is a very hard angle to score the goal. Like you have to take a step, go for the finesse, like you can move the keeper, but then if you execute the skill move away from the goal, then you're going to get past the keeper very easily. Like execution of 2 moves in 1 position here. We first dodge the player, the defender, and then secondly we dodge the keeper and we score into the empty net. So another position here, I think we're going to do the same. You see the player is coming from the upper side, I think that is enough clear for us to execute the skill move right now. Of course, you can try to go for a pass here. You can turn around, you can try to pass, but I want to go for 1 versus 1 with the defender here. And obviously, out of desperation, he's going to make a move towards there. And I simply use the new skill move to get past him. 1-on-1 with the keeper, another one, and then we score the goal. So in positions where the defender is actually coming from one specific side, you can execute the skill move towards the other. And in 1 versus 1 situations, you can actually use it again. So this is going to be the tricky part. And I think this move becomes really important when it comes to the cancellation mechanic. The thing we talked about during the arena phase, the cancel mechanic combined with the passing option. So since you briefly push the ball towards one side, like you see, the passing option seems impossible here. You see, this is the passing option towards Neymar with Pop, but there are 2 players heading that way. So I want to create a new angle, and I want to do it rapidly. Of course, one of the mechanics that you can use again is croqueta, but I think this mechanic is kind of a more like it feels faster. I don't know, it depends on the move itself or just because the croqueta is nerfed, but this move feels better in terms of canceling the move and then passing. So what you do here is, you see, I hold on to the L2 button here and then push the right stick towards the lower side, which is going to make the move like this. But then let's mark the defenders here as well. They're going like this or like that, and they're covering the passing lane towards Neymar. So what I do here is I push the ball towards the lower side to create a new passing angle towards Neymar. What happens? You push the ball, like the animation starts there. You see, briefly touching the ball. Here, we touch the ball, and then here, we already created the new passing angle. It's not a wider angle, it's slightly less wide, but then it's a new angle. And then we get the ball inside, and then we can score. That's a magic pass. Like, I've rarely seen a rapid angle change in FC24 like this. But you see, like, this seems like an impossible pass, right? The player is running here, like this, in behind the defensive line. Of course, you can try to pass the ball here to make sure he gets the ball towards that line. But imagine he's running towards here, and then you pass the ball on the ground. Like, this is supposed to be the passing lane. You pass the ball on the ground, and then you don't change his running lane. This seems impossible with any kind of tricks. Like, you can try to lift the ball or lob the ball over the player here. But then you see I already execute the mechanic here with L2. And then with a little slight change here, we touch the ball here and we get this angle. We took the ball from here to here. He's running like this, and we created the passing angle. And then he gets the ball without changing his running lane. And again, I already see another position to pass to. Of course, this seems much more obvious as in terms of passing, but I already know if I just go for the normal pass, there's a chance that the player actually tries to catch the passing opportunity with player switches and stuff. And here, you see, I take the ball, like the defender is coming from that side, and with the skill move, I take the ball away from there and pass the ball. Unfortunately, that wasn't a cancel. Here we executed the full mechanic, but I think it's also a sign or it shows you that this mechanic also creates new passing angles, even if you don't cancel it. So we scored another goal. Another one. Again, in a very tight situation here, it's actually obvious that the defender is going for the passing lane towards here, you see? And he's making a rush towards there. But I want to dodge this defender. And I think of as like I think in my head, okay, maybe I could pass the ball like this. without, like, I already know that this defender is going to rush. And imagine a situation where this defender is here. He goes like this. And then you pass the ball behind him to reward this run. It feels impossible, I know, but with this mechanic, I've achieved that. You see, this new passing angle, just because I took the ball from here to here, I was able to create this passing lane. So again, I think this method is very magical, and I think this is the best example to show you how it works. Normally, this is the running lane. Defender is here, and he's obviously going to cover this passing opportunity. If we try to pass the ball like this, then like with a through ball, like I want to reward this run with the through ball here. If I just go for the through ball like this, then it's gonna be a bit weird because the player is running here. If I just go for the pass towards here, then she has to change directions or sharply like this. Or if I go for the through ball here, the defender is already prepared. So what I need to do here is to change the angle. If I change the angle from here to here, then this will be a much more efficient through ball opportunity. And this is going to be the empty space, and the defender is already out of the position because he's going for the other way. Just because I saw that, I executed the move. You see, we're executing the move towards the upper side, like this. He's already here. This passing lane is wide open. And in between two moves, like right after executing the mechanic, I press the triangle button. I power up the through ball with the triangle button, and we pass the ball, defeating the defender. So this is magical. Like here, let's see that in live action again. We get the ball, we see the defender, and then we cancel the move. And with the canceled through ball, or with the canceled skill move, we go for a through ball, and we score the goal. This skill move, the cancellation of the skill move is magnificent. And I really hope you train this out and get this implemented into your gameplay. So coming to our last point, there are two playstyle pluses that I use with this skill move, which are really efficient, just because this skill move is a frontal one. It makes you accelerate towards the frontal side at the end. This is the main reason that this becomes really viable or effective with two playstyles. You see, quick step playstyle plus is very important, just because like you are not supposed to run, again, like within the croqueta, you're not supposed to run while using this skill move, otherwise you won't be able to execute it. You're not running, and right after you execute the skill move, if you start running, then quick first step playstyle plus activates. This means right after the first touch, you are going to take the second touch much more faster, and then this will give you a massive acceleration in a short distance. You see, we get the quick first step here, and then the defender wasn't able to catch us in time, which gave us the time to go for the shot. That's the first one. The other thing, the other playstyle plus is the rapid. Like, because just because it gives you a short burst of speed or short boost of speed, then you are going to get the full benefit out of it with the rapid playstyle. I think rapid playstyle plus is a bit better than quick step playstyle plus. I have done the Martial SPC here, and you see right after I execute the move, it automatically activates and no one is actually catching me. Again, here, the defender is much careless here, and then we execute it once more, and then I go further more with the rapid playstyle plus. And I think in the wing, this becomes really, really effective. If you beat someone and if you have rapid playstyle plus, then you will get the wind behind you and you will go straight forward. So make sure you take a look at these aspects and try to implement this skill move into your gameplay. I think this is going to be like in the following weeks, in the following. I think we're having the World Cup ahead of us, and I think pro players also are going to use this mechanic, the skill move as well. And hope you guys enjoyed and learned a lot from this new skill move tutorial. Until next time, take care and peace.